Madam Clerk,
Yes.
I'm sorry, I just saw your chat message.
Okay.
I was figured you would let me know when court was starting, so I was just working on something. My apologies.
No problem. Chris was logged on, but then we lost him.
Well, I'm
So
happy to take something if you want. You could do the mitigation or something.
Sure. Let me send this email to Chris. Okay. Mr. Janae, we'll bring him in. He's
Sure.
on for mitigation.
Sounds good.
Chris is back now.
Well, you can go first, certainly. He's got priority.
Okay. Bring Mr. Taylor in.
Okay, I apologize for that. I missed my notice that popped up on my computer, and then my camera wasn't working. So.
Okay, so we have Mr. Taylor. logging on.
Hey, Mr. Taylor, this is Judge Pro Tem Chris Bates. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Your Honor, yes, I can hear you well.
Okay, I understand that this matters. Has been set today to quash a bench warrant that had been issued. I'm prepared to do that, Mr. Taylor. Is there a reason you missed your last court date?
Yes, Your Honor. I was so sick with a respiratory infection that I was not able to even keep track of what day it was. And compounded with the fact that in the home where I live, I haven't had any water for over 5 years. And I'm better now, but I called as soon as I realized I missed it.
Okay. Mr. Taylor, I'm going to be signing an order to quash the bench warrant. Once the court has that, it may take a little bit to process that. So do you want us to send you a copy of that order quashing the warrant? Do you want to swing by, pick it up? Are you healthy enough to do that?
Yes, I'd appreciate it if that could be mailed to my address in South Bend.
Okay. And what we'll do, we'll set this matter on, we'll put it back in pretrial status. And Madam Clerk, when would our next court date be?
Next court date will be March 10.
Take a quick look at my calendar here. I can do that. So again, Mr. Taylor, I'm going to quash the warrant. We're going to set a new hearing date for March 10th as a pretrial conference.
Thank you for your patience and understanding, Your Honor. Very much appreciated.
You're welcome. And you can drop the call now. We're done with your hearing.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
And I think that's the only thing I had on today.
That is correct. Yep.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, try Mr. Janae again.
Okay.
This audio was having difficulty, so hopefully that'll work this time.
Hello, Mr. Janae, how you doing?
Hello, Your Honor. I'm doing good.
Good, glad to hear it. So you are on here today. I have you for an infraction case, mitigation hearing. And just to make sure we're clear on what we're doing here, a mitigation hearing means that you admit that you committed the infraction, but that you are hoping the court would take some information that you have into account and maybe reduce the fine.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, then we are on the same page. It appears from looking at your file that you are charged with driving with expired tabs, expired registration. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and I guess it's your turn to go, so I'll let you go.
So I moved from Pullman down here to help take care of my dad, and I never received the notification that I needed to update my tabs. And I updated my tabs on the 24th of January, and the violation date was the 23rd of January. And yeah, it was my mistake. I missed the date on that, and I should have paid more attention. And yeah, that's everything I have to say, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Janae, how's that dog doing?
Oh, he's doing good. He's pretty happy. We actually took him to the vet recently, and
Oh, good.
he's because he was biting at his butt,
Okay,
but now he's a lot better and he's pretty happy.
good. I drive by there every day and see him out there playing. Well, I'm glad that you're home and taking good care of your dad. I'm looking this all into account. Basically, the lowest I can reduce fines is down to $95 from whatever they are, because otherwise, all the money, basically after that, all the money goes to the state. So I'm going to reduce your fine to that. You took care of this the next day. That's as good as anyone could ever expect. I think it's a reasonable explanation, and I will reduce it to 95.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So thank you for appearing.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thanks. Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, hey, I guess I should tell you, Mr. Janae, how to arrange payments. Are you going to mail him something, Madam Clerk, or how does that work?
Yep, we'll mail him a notice letting him know what his amount is and when it's due.
Okay, great. Thank you, Mr. Janae. I appreciate it.
Thank you. You too. Have a great day.
You too.
Thanks. Do I just leave the call?
Yeah, you can just leave the call.
Okay. How do I don't really use Zoom too much.
That's okay.
I can do it for you.
Thank you.
All right, Shannon Murphy is the next one. She was first one on, so get her taken care of.
Shannon Murphy.
She is on for warrant quash.
I just saw her and then she disappeared.
Uh-oh. Okay, well, we have Mr. Dixon here also for warrant quash.
Well, whoever's fine.
Okay.
Well, that doesn't seem to be working right now.
Okay, put him back. Shannon's logged back on, so we'll try her again.
Okay.
Hello,
Hello, Miss Murphy. Can you hear me okay?
I can.
Great. I am Will Penoyer. I'm the judge for the City of South Bend Municipal Court. And my understanding is you are here today to quash a warrant.
Yes.
All right. And is there a reason why you didn't appear before?
Well, I'd had one, and I, at the time, because I had discovered that I had I was living in Olympia at the time, and I have a child, and my child care worker had a fever, and their child had a fever, and I called and said I couldn't get a ride from Olympia that day unexpectedly. And then I soon thereafter, due to some very unexpected personal things, moved out of state.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to quash the warrant. So
what do I need to do? I just moved back to Washington State, and I'm really just trying to take care of everything that I can.
Ms. Murphy, I appreciate that. Just give me a second here.
Sure.
Madam Clerk,
Yes,
where is she at? Is she on for arraignment or what?
she is or yes, it would be an arraignment.
Okay.
Status. And
So-
there's also an infraction that's on the table with this one as well.
Oh, okay. It didn't just get entered as a conviction?
It didn't get FTA. That was my error.
That's
So
fine.
we have it on the table.
We are where we are, so.
Yeah.
All right, well, so Ms. Murphy, typically, you still live out of state?
No, I just moved back to Washington.
Okay. before I get into you're at arraignment stage, so this is the stage where I would read you your rights, appoint you an attorney if you want, that sort of thing. Just 1 second though, Mr. Duncanson, do you have anything that you wanted to say?
I'd say maybe if she wants to reach out and contact me directly, we might be able to work something out if she doesn't.
Huh?
Or I would say if she wanted to reach out to me directly, we might be able to work something out.
I didn't know if you checked her license status or something like that.
I'm looking at it, but it seems like it'd be fairly easy for her to get it back. So if she wants to maybe get appointed to John or talk to me, and if I can see if I can point her in the right direction.
So, Ms. Murphy, what I'm going to do is go through your rights, and then I'll explain to you what's going to happen next. How's that sound?
Okay.
All right. This is going to probably sound kind of boring and boilerplate, but that's the nature of the game. So, you are currently charged with driving while license suspended in the 3rd degree. That is a standard misdemeanor, which means the maximum penalty is a $1,000 fine and 90 days in jail. That's the maximum. That's not what you're likely to get. You also have attendant on that a infraction, which is failure to renew expired tabs less than 2 months. At this point, I'm just going to go through your rights now. You have the right to remain silent. You do not to say anything about the offense today or any time in the future. You have the right to be defended by a lawyer and have the lawyer present at all hearings. You can hire a lawyer, or if you cannot afford one, a public defender will be appointed for you. You have the right to have your guilt decided by a jury. A jury trial would begin with you being presumed innocent, and you would have to be proved guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in order for the jury to convict you. You have the right to be present when the evidence is being presented to the jury. You can hear questions and see witnesses who are appearing. You can even call witnesses to testify for you at no expense to you. You have the right to a speedy trial within 90 days of the day you enter a not guilty plea, which will be the day. If you're found guilty, you lose the right to appeal, but if you go to trial and are found guilty, you have the right to appeal. But pleading guilty will remove most of those appeal rights. So we've already been over what you're charged with. I've reviewed the police reports, and I find that there's probable cause for the case to go forward. What that means is simply that there's enough facts in the police report for the case to go forward, which does not mean that I found you guilty. So at this point, usually what happens is I appoint somebody attorney or ask them if they would like to have an attorney appointed for them. And then usually that individual talks to their attorney and talks to the prosecutor about trying to reach some kind of resolution in the case. I can also, well, actually, let's go to the attorney thing first. Do you want to have an attorney appointed for you?
Yes.
Okay, and you might need to make sure you qualify. What is your monthly income?
My monthly income before taxes?
Well, what you take home?
I think it's like 3,800.
Okay. And how many people do you support with that money?
How many people do I support? There's 3 people in my family or in my home.
Okay. That probably, unfortunately, is not.
You're frozen.
You're probably a little too well off to afford to get a public defender in this case under our guidelines. So what I'm going to suggest at this time.
Okay.
Hold on, Bill. What I'm going to suggest at this time, do you want to try to hire your own attorney? Or
sir, you're
one more thing, and then I'll let you talk. What I was going to suggest to you, though, is I wonder if you would like to just have a chance to talk with the prosecutor to try to reach a resolution on the case, and then we can just bring this case back next docket after you talk to him.
Sure.
And then at that point, you have the right to hire an attorney. I can reconsider whether or not you need to have one appointed. You get the idea?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So
go ahead.
You were breaking up, and I just want to make sure I understood you clearly. So my understanding is that I will have an opportunity to talk to the prosecutor and see if we can figure something out. And I think that's the gentleman that you in the blue shirt.
That's
and
really nice.
Yeah. Mr. Duncanson. And so and then we'll come back. I'll have another date that I come back to you.
And what I can also tell you, without getting into the specifics of what you and Mr. Duncanson may discuss, I can tell you that it is the custom in this court that usually if people can obtain their license and get their license back before they come to court, then usually their case gets dropped down to an infraction and gets wrapped up with that way. Does that
Well,
make
that's
sense?
what I'm trying to do.
So you don't need to tell me anything.
Great.
You know, like to remain silent, but I have enough people here that I'm kind of accustomed to the situation, and we assume that people are often in that situation. So my guess is if you talk to Mr. Duncanson, you will find that if you can obtain your license, that he will work something out with you.
Wonderful.
So I'll give you his name and number, okay?
Okay.
His first name is Killian.
Mm-hmm.
And Killian, I know your number, so I'll just rattle it off. 360-533-2865.
It's 360-533-2865.
You got it.
Great.
Okay.
And is there a certain time that I should call, or?
Have to ask him.
You could probably call this afternoon after, I'm assuming, like 2 o'clock.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll be done by then.
Great. Thank
And
you
then
so
I
much.
would also contact the Department of Licensing, assuming that this is an issue, and see what it would take to get your license back. I think that would be a very efficient use of your time. Other than that, I think we just need to set this case on for pre-trial for our next docket, which is
March 10.
March 10th. So you'll be back on March 10th, same time, same process.
Is there a new mailing address for you?
Yes. Do you have the one for Seattle? It's 1815 South Lane Street in Seattle.
1815?
Mm-hmm. South Lane Street,
It's a really
Seattle, Washington, 98144.
That's a really confusing street name.
I agree.
Okay,
All
that's
right.
where your notice will be mailed to.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time.
You have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Okay, do we want to see if, I don't have the number that Mr. Smith called from last time for Mr. Arnold.
Oh, you're right. He was at the,
I do have a number on here that I don't recognize. So I'd like to bring that person in and see if that's maybe Steve.
Mr. Arnold, as far as you know, is your client appearing for this hearing today?
Your Honor, he called me, I'm going to say a week or so ago, and we discussed, and it appeared he knew about this hearing, yes.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure. I know he had difficulty with getting a phone to use. So. Hello, sir. Hello?
Brienne. Hello,
Hi, who is this?
it's Brienne Gray.
Oh, okay. We have a different hearing on right now, Miss Gray. We'll get right back to you though, okay?
Okay,
Thank you for your patience.
all right, yep.
So then,
The only other one I have logged on is Tyrone Dixon.
so Mr. Smith is the case, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and he's charged with assault. And Mr. Why am I forgetting your last name, Jeff?
Arnold, no worries.
Thank you very much. I'm obviously losing it today. Arnold, you don't know what, you told your client about the hearing. He's aware of the hearing. We sent him notice of the hearing. But you also has he got no phone problems.
Yeah, we definitely discussed this matter, Your Honor. He called me. I know during the last hearing, if you recall, we discussed how we were going to communicate due to his phone issues.
Right.
And he took efforts to call me, and we have discussed this matter. But I can't comment any further than that, other than he has went out of his way to get in touch with me.
Okay.
He has a mailing address of general delivery, so it's possible he didn't pick up his notice.
This is one of those situations where I'm quite reluctant to issue a warrant simply because, there's too many variables here with the phone issue, you don't need to make the case, Mr. Arnold. So I guess unless Mr. Duncanson feels otherwise, I think what I'm going to have to do is just set this off to the next docket. And I guess the only other thing I would is make sure I note a voluntary non-appearance simply for the tolling the speedy trial.
I have no objection to setting it over.
Okay, Mr. Arnold, that's all right with you?
What date would that be, Judge? Just,
I think it's March 10th, is that right?
Yes,
and would it be in the afternoon?
yes.
It would, yeah, same as this.
Okay. I have a hearing at 1:30 that day. That's all I can tell the court in Aberdeen at District Court 2.
Okay, so it might be kind of hard for you to be, I don't know how close the house is to the courthouse, but
What's that?
I don't know how close, I don't know if you're doing Zoom out of your office or your home, but I just didn't, I mean, we called you at 1, would that be cutting it too close?
It very well may be. They do have some hearings in person with District Court in Grace Harbor. And I think this is going to be one of those hearings that'll be in person, Your Honor.
Okay, all right.
Would the 24th work better?
Cutting it too close.
I think the 24th would work, yes.
Okay.
Okay, we'll just do that. I appreciate it. Mr. Arnold, thanks for appearing and helping us out.
No problem, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, have a great day.
You as well, Judge. Bye, Mr. Duncanson.
Have a good one, Jeff.
Bye, Madam Clerk.
Bye. Okay, we'll try Mr. Dixon again. He's at arraignment status, if we can get him on.
Boy. Mr. Dixon?
Yes,
Oh, good, you can hear me, okay. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good. Mr. Dixon, I'm the attorney, I'm not the attorney, I'm sorry. I am the judge for the City of South Bend Municipal Court. And I'm here with Killian Duncanson, the prosecuting attorney for the court, as well as Madam Clerk, Lisa Carlson. You are on today to quash a warrant.
You guys hear me?
I can hear you now, Mr. Dixon.
Okay.
Mr. Dixon?
I'm at work.
Yeah, I assume he's at his place of employment, some kind of warehouse there.
Looks like it.
Maybe the reception is bad in there.
Hello? You hear me?
Mr. Dixon, can you hear me?
You hear me now?
Mr. Dixon?
You hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. You guys? Okay. Yes, I can hear you. I don't know what's going on.
You sound fine right now.
Okay, I put the mouthpiece in my mask.
Okay. You driving a forklift?
Yeah.
I can kind of tell from the maneuvering there. All right. So you're on to quash a warrant. You didn't appear for your first hearing in this case. You appeared, so I'm going to quash that warrant. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. The next order of business, Mr. Dixon, is this would be your first appearance in the case. So I've got to go through and read your rights to you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. First off, you're charged with driving while license suspended in the 3rd degree. That is a standard misdemeanor. The maximum penalty is $1,000 fine and a 90 days in jail. That is the maximum and not what you're likely to actually get. It looks like you've also got a speeding ticket.
Okay.
Can you hear me okay so far?
Yeah. Yes,
Great.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay, Mr. Dixon. So you have the following rights. The right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything about the offense to anyone today or in the future. You have the right to be defended by a lawyer and have a lawyer present at your hearings. If you cannot afford a lawyer, we will appoint one for you if you qualify under the state poverty guidelines. You have the right to have your guilt decided by a jury. Jury trial begins with a presumption of innocence. If the jury has to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in order to convict you. You have the right to be present when evidence is being presented to the jury. You have the right to call witnesses on your behalf at no cost to you. And you can choose to testify, but if you don't have to, and it cannot be used against you if you choose not to. Finally, you have the right to a speedy trial. That means your trial must begin within 90 days of the day you enter a not guilty plea. So if you go to trial, if you have a trial and lose, you have the right to appeal. But if you plead guilty, you lose your right to appeal. So we've already been over what you're charged with. Do you understand what I've said so far?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Dixon, what would you like the court to do about an attorney? Would you like to talk to an attorney?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Okay, let me see if you qualify. What is your monthly income?
I don't really have one. This is a temp job right now.
Okay, so it varies a good deal.
Yeah, because I have to call and look for a job or see if they have something for me. Some days I don't work. Sometimes I don't work the whole week.
Okay. Well, at this point, I'm going to find that you do qualify for an attorney. I assume at this point you want to enter a plea of not guilty, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to enter a not guilty plea. I'm going to appoint John Whitner to be your attorney. We will mail you his information so that you can talk to him about your case. And I'm going to set your case over to March 10th for a pretrial. Is that all right?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, Mr. Dixon, we need to make sure we have the correct mailing address for you. Let's look here. Do you live in Kent still?
Yes, the 26052.
26052 119th Drive Southeast, Kent?
Yes.
Okay. I believe that's all I've got then, unless you have any questions for me, sir.
I don't have any.
Okay. When you get the contact info for your attorney, give him a call, and we'll see you back here on March 10th, okay?
He needs to be
All right.
arraigned.
Huh?
He needs to be arraigned.
I did his arraignment.
Oh, okay.
You didn't?
I
No,
did
I
not.
went through and he pled not guilty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's it, then,
Okay.
we'll see you on March 10th,
All right.
sir. Thank you. Scared me there for a second, Madam Clerk.
I don't know how I missed it. I was listening the whole time.
I was talking fast. I don't know.
Okay, we'll bring Miss Gray in.
Okay. Miss Gray?
Yes. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Are you ready to talk? Are you good now?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Miss Gray, my name is Will Penoyer. I'm the judge for the city of South Bend. And we've got you on today for driving while license suspended in the 3rd degree. And you also have an infraction for failure to renew expired registration. So today I'm just go through your rights and then see if you want to have you enter a plea of guilty or not guilty, and then see if you need to have an attorney appointed, okay?
Okay.
So first off, you're charged with driving while license suspended in the 3rd degree. That is a standard misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is $1,000 fine and 90 days in jail. That is the maximum penalty and not what you're actually likely to get. So you have a number of rights. You have the right to remain silent. That means you don't have to say anything about the offense today or in the future. You have the right to be defended by a lawyer and have the lawyer present in hearings. If you cannot afford an attorney, you have the right to have an attorney appointed for you at no cost to you. You have the right to have your guilt decided by a jury. A jury trial begins with a presumption of innocence, and you are to be presumed innocent until you are proved guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to be present when evidence is being presented to a jury in a trial. You have the right to be present when witnesses are called against you. You have the right to call witnesses the right to call witnesses to testify for you at no expense to you. You can choose to testify at a trial, but you can also choose to remain silent. And if you remain silent, the court will direct the jury not to use that against you in any way. You have the right to a speedy trial within 90 days from when you enter your not guilty plea. If you're found guilty at a trial, you can appeal the question of guilt to the next level of court. But if you plead guilty, you lose most of your appeal rights. I have reviewed the police report of the charges, and I find that there is probable cause to charge you with driving while license suspended third. That doesn't mean I found you guilty. It just means that I have found that there is probable cause in the report to go ahead with the case. Do you understand what you're charged with and what the maximum penalty is?
Yes.
Okay, and do you understand your rights?
Yes.
Okay, what were you wanting to do? What were you planning to do about an attorney?
I was gonna, could I get a court-appointed attorney just to see like what they recommend?
Sure. I just need to make sure that you qualify financially, okay? What is your monthly income?
Right now it's like I'm kind of on standby, so I mean I don't have an income at the moment.
Okay. All right. Are you on any form of public assistance?
No.
Okay, but you're not. Would you say you make less than $1,000 a month?
Yeah. I was on unemployment and then something happened. I don't know what happened, but
Okay, ma'am, I'm satisfied that you qualify. So we are going to appoint John Quittner to be your attorney. He is our public defender. We will mail you his
okay.
contact information. You can talk to him about the case and how it might be resolved. And we are going to, I assume at this point you'd like to enter a not guilty plea as well, correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
know.
I'm finding you've entered a not guilty plea, and we are going to schedule you for your next hearing on March 10th. You'll appear the same way.
March 10th.
Yeah, same time, same thing through the phone. But obviously you'll talk to your attorney.
Okay.
Okay, you have any questions for me?
All right. No, I don't.
Great. In that case, we'll see you on the 10th. And you give your attorney a call as soon as you get his info, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Ms. Gray.
That's it?
Madam Clerk, if you ever think I'm forgetting something, feel free to let me know, just so you know.
Oh, I can't believe I missed that whole thing.
Huh?
I can't believe I missed that whole.
No, I just meant it in a very general sense. Even Mr. Duncan said the same thing. We're trying, the important thing is that we run a good ship, a tight ship here, and I'd rather be told if I'm missing something. All right, in that case, guys, I think we're good to go. I appreciate it very much. And,
Thank you.
we'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye.